I'm going to revisit a topic I've talked about in the past, and I think others have talked about just in passing. But the theme of this really is about if you're unhappy about something, do something about it. Once upon a time, maybe 10 years ago, I was getting really bored with the Toastmasters advanced manuals. Back when we had manuals, you did 10 speeches out of a competent communicator and then 5 speeches out of the advanced manuals. Some of the manuals just, you couldn't use them. They didn't apply to what I would say is normal people. So I was bored, I was angry. And for years, I lamented about how there was nothing new to spark our interest or challenge our creativity. So I picked up a pen. Well, actually, it was a computer keyboard. And I impetuously created my own manual. There were 5 assignments, 5 evaluations. And this is the homepage of my new manual, the Chamber Toastmasters Unsanctioned Manual. Yet we still get credit for the speech. Although not really, we didn't. I had a ton of fun with Project 1, which was the rant. This speech was your ability to talk about anything that made you angry for 5 to 7 minutes. And then I created an evaluation guide for each of my speeches. This one I felt was spot on. It was the first evaluation guide I'd ever written. And the first question was, what indicated to you that the speaker was really mad? Project 2 was effortless for me to write, and one that Carpagum and I fall back on all these years later. It's the fly by the seat of your pants. You can see how to prepare. It's against the rules of the speech to prepare ahead of time. But what about the evaluation? The evaluation guide also required evaluators to think on their feet. Pretty wicked, eh? Project 3, let me see. Well, Project 3 is everyone speaks. For those situations when you don't have enough to talk about, so you involve the audience in a little back and forth. How many of you, raise your hands, have heard about this manual before, the unsanctioned manual, but never really took a deep dive into it? Raise your hand for me. Yeah. May I ask the timer to raise their hand?
Oh, yeah, I do.
On Project 4, we now call this an inside joke because it was about a former member. His name is Dan Bieber.
Yes.
No relation to Justin. And now that you don't know him, it's less funny. But to us, it was pretty hilarious at the time. This speech was really for you to simply talk about Dan Bieber. The evaluation, you got extra credit if you made Dan blush during the speech. You can also see, if you didn't want to talk about Dan, you could talk about Ross Messick, Erica Polanski, Bethany Crom, Paul Bosball. Thank you. And then the final speech, my favorite, lying through your teeth. This is essentially a storytelling speech. That's all storytelling is, really. And you just get up there and lie. The bottom line is, if you're in a rut and are unhappy about pathways, the government, your family, your work, whatever it is, fill in the blank. Write yourself out of that rut. It will lift your spirits, and it may lift the spirits of others. And who knows? You might create something enduring that people talk about even 10 years later. Peace out, everybody.